Here are 5 ways I used to serve breakfast to my children when they were doing baby-led weaning at 6 months onwards. The first thing I used to serve them was toast. My kids absolutely love toast, they still do, and I would just butter this with unsalted butter and then cut it into finger size and shape strips. So usually that would mean cutting it into about 4 pieces, and you just want them to be around about the same sort of size and shape as your finger, if that makes sense. The next one follows on from this, and it's egg on toast. So I would always do scrambled egg, I just found it easier for them. I would crack an egg into a bowl with a little bit of milk and unsalted butter again. Then I would whisk it up and pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Once it came out of the microwave, it was like one flat omelette type piece, which made it really easy to just cut into strips, and then you can either lay it on top of the toast or you can put it next to. Either way, it makes it a lot easier for baby to grip if it's in, I'm going to say this a lot, a finger size and shape piece. This was still hot, so you can see I didn't really want to hold it for that long. Obviously you would wait until it's cooled down a bit before you give it to baby, but here is just one of the ways that I would have plated it up. Super simple, really tasty. The next one is beans on toast. Again, you can see the toast is in these finger size and shape strips, and I just get the beans on top of the toast and then squash them on with the fork. So use the back of the fork to just gently press the beans down. I like to use my fingers either side of the toast as well, just to kind of hold it all in so it doesn't move. And then you just really gently press the beans on top of the toast. This means that when baby's moving it from side to side or like swinging it around or whatever they're doing whilst they're enjoying their breakfast, the beans aren't going to come off. You can see there they stayed on really, really well. The next breakfast is one of my children's favourites from when they were weaning, and these are porridge fingers. Obviously porridge is quite messy to eat for a baby, especially if they haven't learned how to use a spoon yet, so I found this a great alternative. I used to use 3 spoonfuls of porridge oats and then 3 spoonfuls of full fat milk. You can use whatever milk baby has. You could use breast milk, you can use whatever vegetarian, vegan alternatives that are safe for baby that you use, that's fine. Then I would mix them together, the milk and the oats, and sort of mould them into a square or a rectangle shape. And then these are going to go in the microwave. Oh no, they're not. We're going to add some raspberries first. You can pop whatever you want on the top of these. My kids used to like them with raisins. Sometimes I'd use frozen berries, and you just basically gently press them into the top of your oaty milky square that you've made. Then once you've done that and you're happy with them, then you can put them in the microwave for 2 minutes. So simple, so quick. Once they've cooled, just slice it in half, get them off the plate, and these hold their shape really, really well for baby to hold them and pick them up and eat without getting porridge all up your walls and glued to your table. And yeah, I just found this was a much better alternative, and the kids loved it as well. They seemed to think it was like a treat snack bar or something, so it was a great win-win all-round option, and they were ready in under 5 minutes, as you can see. The next one is yogurt with fruit dippers. Obviously yogurt is really hard for babies to eat, and it can involve lots of mess, which is great fun and we love, but sometimes you don't want that. So I would put it in the bowl like a dip, then I would get some various pieces of fruit. So here we have a banana. If you poke your finger down the middle of a banana, it will naturally split into 3 finger size and shape pieces, which are perfect for baby-led weaning. They're also not as slippy if you split them this way, so they're easier for baby to grip. So I still do this, and my children are 3 and 5. It's just a habit now, but it works really, really well. You have to try it if you haven't already. Then I would get some strawberries. Obviously these are harder for baby to pick up, so I would often pick up the strawberry, place it in my child's hand, then they could put it to their mouth. But I would just add whatever fruit I had in the house. Those are going into the bowl now. And then the next fruit that I decided to do was pear. Now this pear is quite hard. Like I say, my children are 3 and 5 now, so they are much more confident with hard fruits like this. When they were babies, I would often prefer to use a pear that was like really, really juicy and much, much softer. I just felt safer with it like that. But again, as you can see, these are just going into finger-sized pieces. The last one is melon. My children love melon, watermelon, anything like that. But as you can see, it's really slippy. So when they were babies, they found it hard to grip onto. And I found this trick really helped. So you can see, as with everything else, the melon's going into finger-sized shaped pieces, sized and shaped pieces, you know what I mean. And then I'm just cutting 2 triangular notches onto the piece of melon, and this helps the child to find a grip. So you can see there the fingers just kind of go into the notches, and it makes it so much easier to hold on to. Then the child can use the pieces of fruit as a dipper. They can get the yogurt without having to have spoon skills. The last one, and this is so simple, but I thought I'd put it in here anyway, is Weetabix. Instead of filling the whole bowl with milk, I would simply pour the milk over the top of the Weetabix. I'd then turn it over and pour some milk on the other side so that it would hold its shape rather than turning into that mush that becomes concrete and sticks to your table and is a nightmare to clean up. Then I would cut it in half lengthways, same size and shape again. You're getting the theme here, aren't you? This is what I found the easiest. And yeah, brilliant for baby to pick up. I hope you found this useful.